Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the very first video of HowTo-dot.com. That's how-to-dot-com. Anyways, today, the very first video is going to be how to wash dishes. So today, all you're going to need is washing up liquid, a sponge. Since we're going to be using hot water today, preferably a pair of gloves to protect your hands. And I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Anyways, let me now fast forward. Anyways, now we're downstairs. First, what you're going to want to do is you want to fill up this tub with hot water just so your dishes can have something to soak in, so that it just breaks down easy and yeah, it's easy to wash. Anyways, first you put hot water. First you put hot water. Let that shit fill up. I don't think they got. No, they do. They do. First, yeah, this. It's not this. Definitely not this. So hold on. So we're gonna wanna, plug it. Let's plug it. You're gonna want the shit to fill up so that your dishes are something to soak in. Where is the plug? Can't find the plug, so we're just gonna have to improvise. I said improvisation. Yeah, there's no plug. Okay, yeah, that's good. Anyways, once you fill it up to about let me show you. So once you fill it up to about yay high, because there's also one of these in it. It sucks the water anyway. So once you fill it up to about yay high, you're gonna toss all your dishes in. Now you can just do random stuff. Like for example, me, I need to look for the plug because we had one. I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find it. Anyway, so I'm gonna go back here. It looks like it's big enough. So I'm gonna start tossing all this inside. Toss inside. All of this inside. Toss all of this inside. This one I'll toss it in later. So once I finish washing this, I'll toss that one later. So right now what's happening is all of this, it's soaking up, like it's getting soaked up. So then because we're getting soaked up, it's then gonna become like a lot easier to just wipe off. But of course we're not gonna wipe it off, like of course we're gonna make sure that we scrub it properly. So we use this to scrub it, scrub. With these ones, you wanna use this. The reason why you wanna use that is because, since I think mine was quite cheap, it gets damages from scratches. And when it gets damages from scratches, then when you cook, it becomes, sticky, like stuff will just stick to it a lot easier. And then because stuff sticks to it a lot easier, then it's harder to wash in the future. So anyways, now we filled up to about yay high, which is perfect. So then, just toss in. So there's actually 3 ways to wash it. So there's one which you just regularly just wash it straight away. There's another one where you just leave it in to soak a little bit, and after like 5 minutes you then start washing it. And there's another one where you just leave it in for like a long time, so like 5 hours, an hour, like just an hour plus in it. So an hour plus, you just leave it in, you let it soak up. You make sure you always put wash liquid inside, because if you don't, it's gonna smell so bad. Anyways, now it's soaking up, So I'm gonna leave it in for like another minute or so, and then once I've done that, I'll start washing. Anyways, I can't find the plug, so we just have to wash it like this. So what you do is you fill up your sponge with about much washing liquid. You then rub it with your finger, with your thumb, rub it in. You then go like this, put some water, squish, 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 and now you have a sponge that's ready. You then get one of these. So right now, this one has rice that's stuck in it. I think I'm gonna let this one soak in a little bit longer. This one should be quite easy to wash out. So what you do first is you start the middle, you then go around the middle. So that's the middle section done. You then go around the sides. So that's the sides done. You then go around here. That's the corners done. You then go around here. So that's this side done. And then boom, you then put it here. You put it like this, however you want to put it. You then move on to your next one. So my next one is this one. This one's also done. Sometimes you just want to make sure it gets away most of the dirt out, so it just sinks into the water, and then it just gets a lot easier to clean. So now that's this one also done. So then after I've done this, so once you have a couple of dishes piled up, you then start rinsing it out. The reason why you don't do it between, you can't do it between each dish, it just takes extra time. If you have the time, then yeah, you can just enjoy the process. If you just want to get the dishes over and done with, what I recommend that you do, you wash all of them, and then you then rinse them out. So first you wash, and then you just rinse them out. And then this one's not quite done. So when you finish washing dishes, you need to make sure you look up all the dishes properly, because sometimes there's residue left over. Because of the residue, you might think you did a good job, but when someone else picks up the dish, they'll see the mess and they'll be like, who washed this? So anyways, as you can see, a little inspection, it's done, perfect. So we'll put it here, get this one as well. Perfect. We get this one as well. Perfect. Little inspection. You can check everything. You can even hear that squeak. That's clean. No grease, no nothing. Anyways, next one. So now we're going to move on to the big boy. It looks like it come off very easy because it's mainly just sauce. So this is just, seasoning. So sometimes your sponge might be a bit dirty. My one doesn't seem that dirty. But what I usually do with the bigger dishes, I just put in a little extra, because it has a nice smell. You feel like you actually did a good job. And on top of that, when you check it, it looks clean. So you feel like it's actually is clean. But sometimes when you don't add enough washing liquid and then you did a good job cleaning, then there might be some grease that hasn't been fully washed out yet. So then you wash it just like the actual plate, but because it has a handle, you add the handle into it as well. So first you go like this, do this one first, then go around, You can't wash this in it, but it's better they use a chemical to wash it instead because it's gonna get set on fire. I'm not even sure if you actually even supposed. Yeah, I think you are supposed to wash it, but I tend to just wipe it because it seems more correct. Anyways, now move it to the handle. We then wash it. Handle, wash, 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 wash. So that everything's all soapy. You then get this again. You then rinse it out. You might want to, put your finger into it as well. Sometimes the water doesn't take it all out, and then there'll be stuff that's left over. And then on top of that, you need to use your fingers to actually check it. Like now, my gloves only feels like bumps. It won't feel grease, which is why I'll require like a little bit of sound to help me out to feel grease as well. But with gloves, and like it's better that you wash with your hand. Because the water is so hot, I wouldn't recommend doing it because you just end up burning yourself. And I put the water very hot here because then like everything soaks up a lot easier. It just like it's better in general when it's hot because yeah, it just is. Anyways, now let me just check it before I show you guys in it, before flame me in the comment section. So now we got this that's clean, we got the back, and we got the handle. Perfect. Anyways, now we're moving to the next one. So the next one is this. See now, they got a soaked top. So now we can just let me take away all that fat from the saucepan, and let me add a little wash liquid to like refill it, rejuvenate it, and then we'll start washing this. Anyways, we then rinse it out. And then, boom. Look how clean, squeaky clean, you know what I'm saying, Anyways, now we've got just utensils, so we've got forks. So with forks, well, I know for some people, like it's not a lot of people in it, but some people, I think, because they don't really, pocket watch how they clean their forks. Anyways, with forks, you want to make sure you get like in between like the gaps, because if you don't, then stuff like, so one day you might eat something that is hard and it just gets stuck in the middle, stuck in the middle, and then like if you don't wash it out, then maybe when you like put your fork in to like grab a piece of chicken or something, that piece that was stuck there, it then went into your food, and then when you bite it, it just comes out and you won't notice, but you're technically eating, bad food. So you want to make sure you wash your forks properly. Spoons are quite easy. Let me get a spoon, that's a knife. It's a spoon. Spoons are quite easy, you just go around the lobe, and it's basically already done, because it tags the back and the front, and then boom, like this, done. And then when you wash your spoons or whatever you wash just in general, you might want to put like a little bit of pressure, because when you put pressure, things just come out a lot easier. So even if it was like generally hard to wash, the more pressure you put, like the easier it just comes off. And then we've got another knife. What I always do is first I always wash the actual like bit that touches the food, and then I move back down and then I wash the bottom part, because the bottom part doesn't really need much washing because it's mainly your hand that touches it, but the top part always needs washing because that's the part that touches the food, and the part that passes the food to your mouth, which goes inside your lungs, not your lungs, inside your stomach for you to digest. So if you're eating from a dirty utensil, you have a much higher chance of becoming sick. Anyways, this is pretty much done. Let me check if I have another one, because oh, I do. Got loads. Got another spoon. Got another spoon. And then got a fork. I think this is the last one. This is a Nutella spread. We used it for bread. Anyways, this is all done and dusted. Boom. Oh, I got a mini spoon. I might have chopped in a few clean dishes, you never know. Anyways, this is all done. We'll just double check because you never know. Perfect. So now we toss in this. You know, make sure they all goes in. Toss in this. I mean, with these ones, you don't really have to soak. You just need to soak the inside, because the outside, like, it never like really gets dirty. Just fire. But we're gonna be clean for the video, and then now we're gonna rinse it all out. So the way you rinse all of this is you go from this area. The reason why you want to go from this area is because then you have something to grab, and then you can just go out like this, and then it's doing clean. Like, people won't mind if you touch it from here, but people mind if you touch it from here. But right now there's like a little bit. You might just want to get your finger in there. This is why you always double check. You check the inside as well. So let me show you. So the inside is that area that you can't really see. So that inside, especially these bottom areas, stuff usually gets stuck there, and people will notice because it's so like small, I guess. But when you like actually pay attention to it, that's when you notice it. And then look, all of it's done and dusted. Perfect. Boom. Now we're moving to the next one. Oh shit, this is overfilling. Anyways, with this, let's just let it unplug it. So I use sponge to plug it because I can't find the actual plugger. Put this right here. I can't find the sponge. It's hot. Even through the gloves I feel it, what the hell. Anyway, we'll just leave it. So now, we'll move into the spoon. So first you wash up the handle, I mean not the handle, like the area that you grab, and then you wash up the area that you eat from. Look at that, squeaky clean, reflection. Okay. Now you can just grab the multiple, you know, just having one hand. And then when you clean one, the next one, like all of them just start soaking, you put one here, and you can just grab the other one. And then, while your other one's soaking, what happens is that a lot of it already comes off. So the one they end up grabbing, like, is almost already clean. And then right now I just put one there, and then my other hand's working, so that's why you have two hands washing simultaneously. And then boom, fork. I haven't even looked at it, but I already know it's clean. Look at that. Perfection. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we're gonna fast forward. Oh, I found the other one. Yeah. Right there. Okay, so another thing, you're gonna see black spots. So these black spots is basically like the fork eroding. Like I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's like them black lines. It's basically like the fork just breaking apart. Oh, and my hair got into it because yeah, my hair. Anyways, next one. Knives are the easiest to clean, to be honest. Knives and spoons. Look at that. Squeaky clean, squeaky clean. You guys see the steam that's coming out of it. Anyways, now let's move into this. What I usually do is I usually just rinse this out. I feel like I feel like I use up a lot of washing liquid. You put, you know, this inside here. This is usually enough. You then spread it. You start from the middle, of course, and then you go to the outer layers. And then you make sure you pinch like this area. And even like this way is not perfectly clean. There's another way to like clean it even better, but it's like there's no real point to do it basically. So then that's clean. And then now you move into this area and target the corner, so the inside there, all around it. Now when you become a professional at this, so because I was explaining it to you guys, it seems like it's longer than it actually takes, but it doesn't really take this long. You just wash it. And now this is where the rice went. This one, you don't wash it with the scrubber, you wash it with this. Because if you don't, then you're gonna get some rice cooked here, rice uncooked there. So that's why you wanna, you know, make sure you don't scratch this one. So this one especially, like this one is okay at times, but this one especially, you don't wanna scratch it. This one we're gonna add a little bit, just, you know, a little pinch to get that smell, so it kills all the odor. And now you clean the handles done. And now around this metal area, because that's also important, because when you cook, stuff sometimes gets stuck there as well. You clean that, you then clean this one as well. And then now you clean around it just because. And then the bottom as well. You don't really focus on the bottom, but you just make sure you give it, you know, like a little clean in it to make sure that if there's anything that was stuck in it, it will then get washed off. You then, you know, wash your hands off first, because what happens is that if you don't wash your hands off first, then when you wash an area and then you get your hand to grab it, your hand will have like some washing up liquid in it, and then because of that, then your dishes will end up having soap in it again. And then when you finish washing it, you then won't notice until it's too late, and then you're gonna have to re-rinse it. And then now we use this technique to make sure we get everything inside the pot out. And then now like this, because it's less messy, and then make sure it gets everything out. And then boom, done. Then after you, oh, we got this one as well. Then after you finish washing up all of this, you will then need to clean up after yourself, because we're clean people here. We're not dirty people, clean. We make sure we clean after ourselves. And then with this, you want to make sure you spray in the holes, because what happens is that soap gets stuck in there, and then I'm not really sure if it does anything, but I just clean it regardless. And then now, boom, shakalaka. Anyways, so that's all done. Let's move this a bit to the side so I can clean it properly. So now that's all done, you then clean it with soap, because some areas need to get clean with soap again. I actually cleaned this area before, but I didn't, you know, video it because It seems pretty standard to me. So then once the areas are clean, you make sure you clean the inside of the tub as well. The reason why you want to clean it is because of odor. If you don't clean your sink, that's how odor builds up, and that's how you end up having to smell the kitchen. So then now we get this in here. Nice how you clean better than Gordon Ramsay. Anyways, done. So we're gonna of course dry that area. Well, this is, oh, am I showing them? Yeah. This is the sink. It's that area. It's all done. Thanks for watching. Peace.